I know this one's going to be later than most people talking about this figure, but fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. And it's been like two and a half years since I did a Gavel for a figure. So, let's get it out. Let's talk about it. Here we go.
Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome to Gotham.
Cenobites.
Jesus Christ. Heaven snow. Same city, completely different zip code.
All rise, motherfucker.
Welcome back, YouTube, to another video. You've clicked on Gotham Cenobites. I'm Terry, and today we're going to be doing a Gotham Gavel segment on a Hot Toys 1/6 scale figure pack that, spoiler alert, I've already purchased. So, and this is from the Predator Badlands movie. We're going to be talking mostly about the 1/6 new Thia and Bud, just announced. Well, as I'm filming this, it was announced yesterday. I don't know if we're going to be releasing this video today or tomorrow, but that's neither here nor there. We are in session. God, I love doing that. But yeah, I did buy. I haven't done a figure Gavel in so long, and there's been so much surprisingly released from this movie. So when we get the pictures, we are going to first talk very briefly about everything from this movie that Hot Toys has released so far, and then mostly we're going to be talking about the new Thia and Bud. I keep wanting to say Deck, but Deck and Thia was the first. I did buy from Collector Zone the Deck and Thia, and I was scrambling once they announced the Bud and Deck. Because I don't like that version of Deck, and we're going to get to it, but it came with Bud. So immediately there was a 1/6 Bud option. So I was already panicking, thinking, well, I hope someone will sell me Bud. Am I going to have to go Nika route for Bud, which is a different scale? So it was just a whole thing. And then we saw today's announcement, or yesterday's, and like, fuck it. I mean, I could roll with another Thia, you know, full body to get Bud, or, I mean, who knows? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do a video, unbox it, review it, and we'll see how I feel about it then. I'm definitely keeping Bud, but we'll see how I feel about it. Maybe I'll sell Thia separately, because I'm already going to have one strapped to Deck's back, and I prefer that look. I mean, there's all types of things they could have done here differently that I'm going to save till the end of the video. So without any more rambling, we're going to jump right into the pictures segment, so let's get the pictures going. So like I said in the beginning, we're going to highlight some of what Hot Toys has already given us. Deck and Thia. I did buy this day one it was available. I love this movie. It really resonated with me. I've always been, the first Predator movie I saw was Predator 2, and this was the first one that like really grabbed me and blew me away since that movie. And you guys can think I'm crazy, you can agree with me all you want, I don't care. It's not going to change my opinion. So as soon as this became available in Hot Toys form, I wanted it, and I bought it. Thia strapped to his back, and it's half of Thia, but the face sculpt I really liked. So that one I do think is worth the price. What else did Hot Toys do? The father, this fucking jackass. Now, I love the movie, but I did not like the movie enough to buy this guy. I can see the appeal if you're a Predator collector. He's bound to look badass on the shelf, but what he did in this movie, fuck this guy. It looks badass. I mean, he would definitely, I think, complement any Predator Hot Toys collection. It's just a no for me. And then this is the one I was referencing earlier in the video. As soon as I saw this, I was immediately pissed. Because A, I think it was announced a few months after the first one, and B, it came with Bud. Now, I would have been happy, Hot Toys, to spend another $100 on that first figure we talked about if it was Deck, Thea, and Bud. But, so when they released this, I was mad. Two reasons. One, like we just said, Bud. And the second reason is this suit. I love the movie. I love the little alien on his shoulder, which I think is the guy is in the middle on the next picture. But it looks great. But it's just, I'm not a fan of this look at all. I much prefer the earlier look. But see, Bud was introduced. Bud was out there, so I really wanted it, but I was not about to buy another deck, especially a deck I don't really like, just to get Bud. So, but lo and behold, here we are, and I think it's been, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's been 4 or 5 months, but here we are again. I don't know if there was a national outcry. I really don't stay plugged in the collectors, the 1/6 world like I used to. I don't know if there was an outcry for Bud, or if there was an outcry for this Thea figure, but I mean, here we go. Full body Thea and Bud was announced, and all I can say right now is thank you, Hot Toys. Unless you announce in a few months Bud by himself, or Bud with like Tessa, which we'll get into, because I already have half a Thea coming. I didn't need a whole Thea, but I'll take another whole Thea. And I'll get into one issue I have with this Thea towards the end. But here we go. And again, I think they nailed, God, I can't remember what her name is. The actress who played Thea and Tessa. They nailed her likeness pretty damn well. Usually you don't really appreciate it until it's in hand how good it is. So I can imagine this one is going to go from looking awesome to even better. And shout out to the minority. It's sculpted hair. Thank God. Both of them are sculpted hair. So I mean, I hate rooted hair. Yeah, I went out and bought a whole nother Wonder Woman just to get sculpted hair. And here's some more pictures of her. You can kind of see Bud looming there. But yeah, overall, I think, you know, once we get into close-ups, the weathering around the collar is pretty dead on. I love the seam where you can see where she put herself back together, which we'll get into my one complaint there. But overall, I think it looks great. It looks, you know, pretty well done to the movie. And then the eyeballs. I'm not 100% sure. I probably should have done research on this, but I could have sworn the one that's also on Deck's back comes with these eyeballs. So maybe that's a chance for me to have the one on his back, or this one, you know, with two separate eyeballs. So I mean, that's an idea. But again, like I was saying before, the weathering around the collar looks great. The portrait, I would say, is, God, you're pretty much 98% there. I don't think anything that's not the actress's real face is perfect, but this is pretty damn close. But, the man or creature or woman, if you've seen the movie, Bud is a name that they gave it, but it does turn out to be a she. So Bud looks great, and it's pretty much, if you saw any of the slides before, it's pretty much the same identical Bud figure. I can pretty much guarantee it. It's just this one comes with a cute little poncho. And I know I've said it before, and you're probably going to hear me say it again when we do the reaction, is I fell in love with Bud watching the movie, and I ended up, you know, shedding tears for an alien just because of my dog, Gemma. If you've been around the channel a long time, you've seen her in some of our videos. She passed away a few years ago, and that's all I see when I look at Bud is my little Gemma. But yeah, so I finally got a Bud coming. I'm so happy. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Bud looks pretty good as we see it next to all these other figures. It's pretty well incised what she's supposed to be, and I don't have this deck coming, but I imagine my deck that is coming is the same height. But him being a smaller predator, I don't know if I'm going to get footage of this or not for you while I'm talking, but I am going to put this on my tiny, excuse me, little shelf that's behind my death metal Batman. So that's where all of this is going to go right now. I have pops. I don't know if the wife is going to let me get a Thia pop, but I'll have to go explore and see what kind of Thia pops there is available. But yeah. So this is everything she comes with. Again, 2 different eyeballs, the awesome portrait, the same gun switch out as Backpack Thea comes with. Both of them come with ponchos, hand switch outs, the seam, and then I like that her stand is different from Deck's stand. It looks pretty good. So here we go with pricing. This set is $270 right now on Sideshow. And you see Sideshow says April of next year to September of next year. So hopefully around April, Hot Toys. But I always throw Collector Zone up here because he gets all of his figures from Sideshow. So usually the people that order from Sideshow or those distributors or smugglers or whatever they want to call themselves, so I'm usually one of the last, and I don't mind that. I still have fun with my videos, but there is a huge price difference here. Keep in mind, Collector Zone does include shipping, and again, I've said it before, if you pay full pay the figure off when you pre-order, he does give you a substantial code if you're in his Facebook group, the Collector Zone Cantina. Usually when he first puts them up for pre-order, there's like a window, and if you full pay and use the code he gives you, God, I don't know if he wants this. I paid more than what this Sideshow, not a whole lot more, just a little bit more, but it does include shipping. So I did not pay anywhere in the 300s. But I always put this up there because I get all of my 1/6 figures from Collector Zone. I usually full pay them to get the huge discount, and that way I don't have to worry about figures at all until they ship shipping notification. That's it. So all my figures are paid off. But yeah, so getting to the end, now that we see what all Hot Toys has continued to do for this movie, it does kind of leave you the question. I mean, I know every single one of the characters has been repeated except the father. We have 2 Thias, 2 Decks, and essentially the same Bud, but you get her twice. So what else could they do? I think I wouldn't be alone in the world thinking that, there should have been, maybe this should have been, I hate to say it because I really want Bud, and I'm glad I'm getting Bud, but maybe instead of Bud, maybe there should have been this Thea, sorry, and the Tesla in this picture. Maybe it should have been that 2-pack, because I know I couldn't be alone in the world thinking that she did such a good job in the role. I think people would buy both of them. So should we have gotten Thea and Tessa 2-pack here instead of Bud? Probably. I'm not gonna hold it against them too much though, because this is how I'm getting my Bud. But I would say too, his brother Kui, I think people would buy him too. I mean, he's going to be taller than Deck. They would look great together on the shelf. I mean, I know, spoiler alert. Well, both of these characters end up dead, but yeah, I think people who love this movie and have already bought the rest of them would buy Kui, and I think Predator collectors, he looks badass. It would be awesome to have another Predator. I was telling the wife, what if they made Bud's mother? But it's like, that would be too humongous. I doubt they'll ever do that. But I'm honestly surprised that this is the 4th SKU that we've gotten. Actually, the 5th SKU. If you go back to the first release, there was a Deck by himself, and then Deck and Thea. And then they've done a lot more than I would have thought for this movie. I loved this movie. I pre-ordered the Steelbook the same day I saw it. I still watch it a lot. I cannot wait to have Deck, Bud, and Thea's on the shelf. Now, the one thing I was wanting to mention or my only gripe with this pre-order. Besides the fact that we probably should have gotten Tessa in this box, the one thing that, looking at Thea, and the fact that I know I'm going to have the other, or half of Thea already on Deck's back, which I think is probably the best way to display them, is I wish this figure, you could separate the torso from the legs, or maybe it would have been nice to have this figure come with an extra set of legs to just kind of display with, you know, the deck you've already bought with. It should have come with the other half of Thea, but that's just my opinion. I mean, I did happen to think maybe I could just chop this figure in half and display the legs with Bud and the other ones. We'll see. But again, I do put it out there in the universe after I unbox it. If you guys or anybody's interested in just buying Thea and not a second Bud, not now. Wait till I at least get it, and I'll reevaluate my thoughts then. But I am not entirely closed off on the idea of just selling that Thea to somebody who wants just to have an android, or that Thea without a second Bud. You guys let me know. But yeah, so I guess that's going to adjourn. Obviously, I've spoiled this one. It does get the Gotham stamp of approval because I have already paid it off with Collector's Zone. But yeah, and again, I love doing these. Another excuse to do it. But here, I hand the gavel off to you. Do you guys like this movie? What do you think of this release? Do you agree with me? Do you think maybe it should have been a Thea and Tessa 2-pack? I still hate putting that out there because, again, this is how I'm getting my Bud. But I definitely would have put feelers out there with other people. Hey, do you want to sell me your Bud? But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments what you think of this movie, what you think of this release, and do you think that Hot Toys has any more Predator Badlands figures coming? And which ones would you like to see? I think I've pretty much said everybody that's worth anything. Alright, well, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Also, let me know down there, do you want me to keep making these videos for figures? Or yeah, do you guys enjoy the content? Let me know that too while you're down there. If you like the video at all, hit the like button, please, and subscribe. If you want to stick around, and whatever the next one is, which hopefully it's that Prime 1 Showcase reaction, or the next showdown. Whatever is coming at you next, I'll catch you on the next one. You guys take care. Peace.
Quite a journey.